Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Railroad Corporation and I'm back for a second swing at some corporate railroad goodness because the team behind the game got in touch with me and mentioned that there was a sandbox / free mode version coming up. And so I've got access to it, so we're going to give it a go. A big shout out to Shona, who managed to hook me up here ahead of time and to put up with me getting quite a lot of things wrong in getting set up here. But let's not dwell on that. Let's get to the options that you get when you're playing the free game. Right, so we're going to go a random placement of towns and resources, because we will do. Let's push this button a couple of times. Yeah, there, that feels good. For those of you who want the same random seed, it's 11654123550, which is one of the finest random seeds you're ever going to come across. We'll go right down the middle as far as difficulty is concerned, with a limit of 50 grand and 100,000 up front. And you do have the option to have all the locos pre-researched, but frankly, I want to do that myself. So we'll research our own locos, and then we'll turn everything on. Magical. Let's get to work. Right then, looking at the initial setup of things, what have we got going on here? So you will see that we've got there's a goodly amount of odds and ends going on this. I mean, I've chosen the small map to play on. I don't know if that's wise or not, but there is a slightly larger map kind of default that you can go for as well, and then obviously you build up your businesses for yourself. So I imagine the landscape is going to be somewhat similar each time you play, whereas the placement of things is going to be different. So we seem to have started here in Santa Barbara. I knew Santa Barbara. She hated something, and we've got some logging going on here. Okay, right. Well, that's all good. We could buy it, but I'm not going to buy it. I think that would be foolhardy in the extreme. My first instinct is to immediately, well, if we're set up at Santa Barbara, they don't even accept passengers yet, so we're going to want some logs to plank kind of activity. And then what? What do we do with the planks once we've established them? Anybody demand planks at all? Well, wouldn't you know it? Oxnard. Oxnard wants planks. So we can run a route that goes Santa Barbara to Monty over here, back up to Oxnard. And that should serve us quite nicely. So at a cost of a mere 34, well, let's call it what it is, 35,000, we've put in 650 miles of track. That's 650 miles just there. You can see it with your eyes. And that's going to allow us at least to transport the logs here out to be turned into planks. Now, I don't know, I've not quite got enough experience with the game to know whether or not that I need to complete the full exchange. But given that I've only got 100 large to start off with, I am reluctant to spend any more than that in the first instance. So we'll try this with a train, and we'll see if it gets us some merry old progress going on. Right, we have our best friend. Our initial engine here is now in operation. I've possibly overloaded it a little by running with 2 wagons. It is currently doing 17, 18 of 35. I'm assuming miles per hour, given that we're based in the US here, and that's acceptable to a degree, I would imagine. Now, if memory serves me correctly, I'm probably going to want to set up some kind of maintenance shed type of deal before too long. Otherwise things will turn ugly relatively quickly. This is not the most reliable of locomotives one may have, but it is nonetheless quite looking with its ghostly engineer there. Motoring us along the way. Let's see if we can't Colonel Cam this a little. Let's kill that off, and then no, it can't quite get down as low as I'd like, but it's still, it's still worth looking at. So you're going to come in now, and you're going to make me some money. How much are you going to make me? 3,850 twice. Hey, that's respectable. Okay, cool. So you're now doing some turning around type business, and then you're going to come back this way. So I'm going to go and apply some of these filthy profits. Okay, sure. And we'll see about adding a repair stop. I think so. Install a repair stop. I don't have a facility available. Okay, well, we'll upgrade, and then we'll add the repair shop. Right. Now, what I next need to do is ensure that the locomotive is actually going to be repaired. Otherwise, otherwise we'll have a little bit of drama going on in there. Now, I think there are some opponents around here somewhere. All right, now hold on. I want you only, there you go, one time, all the time. Recurring fuel and recurring repairs, please. I'm going to press the apply button, which is a thing one should do. And last time I played this, I failed to press the apply button almost every time. Right, bit of repairs going on, so let's see if that's going to make a difference or not. Because I don't want to get involved in having to repair the thing manually. Well, there's no fun in that. But you'll see that the top notch there has already dropped to 98%. Anyway, we're loading up again, and that's good. How much have you got now, Monty? You've got 12 of 20, so there is plenty of supply going on. And that's interesting. I really want to now... Hold on. You've got a small sawmill here that also does lumber. Well, you're out of luck, pal. What I will do, however, is I'll bring in the manufactured gubbins out the other end. Now, I'm not overwhelmed with cash at present, so I probably ought to go just a little easy, maybe, and we'll go that way. Now, there are contracts appearing, so you can make extra resources, extra cash out of fulfilling. No, that's a terrible route. Go this way instead. There you go. I'm going to have to think about some kind of clever junction there, though. But clever junctions are definitely what I'm all about. So there's no worries on that front. We've got a bit of an inclination, an incline there. That will cost me to do that 20,000. To go that way will cost me 22,000. There's not much in it then, is there? If we go to there and then to here, that will cost me... Yeah, see, I thought it would be a bit cheaper. When we avoid the dip in the ground, that will help. Right, so we've got our through route. So we'll confirm that, which is all good. Now then, we should probably now upgrade our route, ready for the next time this chap completes his operations. So we're only unloading at the moment, so we'll add a sawmill load up onto there. Max 4 of 35 miles per hour. So 31 of 35. Really? How is lumber heavier than the raw material from which it is constructed? Maybe it is not a 1-to-1 ratio that it is transformed. So we'll hit apply on that, and then we will add another. Are we telling it to get fuel? It is telling it to get fuel. That seems okay. And then we'll add one more station onto the route, and that will be Oxnard. But I'm only going to do that once this chap leaves the station, as it surely will do momentarily. Because otherwise we'll end up going the wrong way and it won't work and everything will be horrible and all of that business. So there we go, picking up the cargo. Choo-choo. Go on, push off. And there you go. Right, and then Oxnard, where you are going to unload the lumber there. Yes. And that will make us bonus cash. Now, you are supplying passengers, but I've got nowhere that wants them at the moment. I'm going to need to create another connection of some kind, which maybe suggests that I've made a bum steer with my initial product selection here. Or have I? No, I think we're good. I think what we'll just end up needing is additional trains on the route in order to make it successful. So a little bit of double tracking may be required. It's just a question of where those trains are going to pass one another. Now, I could go without double tracking and have it operate out of the station as a passing point, which with 2 locos running, that should be relatively straightforward, one would imagine. So, maybe if I prep that now... Yeah, well, why not? We'll give it a go. I mean, while I've got the money, might as well do the necessary. Add a station, por favor, and that's going to be Monty. No, wait. No, you've done that in the wrong order. Clear that. Remove station, thank you. Add a station to the schedule, Santa Barbara. Load up on the old logs 2 times. Make sure you're being maintainanced every time. Add another station. Then you go up to Monty. You're going to unload your luggage. Yeah, okay. Put it in the luggage rack. No? Okay, no pleasing some people. And then add another station to the list, which is going to be Oxnard, where you are going to want to unload the plankitude. Like that. Have I missed anything from there? What's this? Oh, I see. Oh, you can tell it to go exactly where you want as soon as you've pressed the button. That's jolly decent. And, well, you're going to go here straight after I hit the button. Right, so hopefully a bit of... There you go. There's the loading occurring. Now, we'll see whether we get to use the station as a little passing opportunity. Now, it means that T1 is likely to have a bit of a wait when it returns to Santa Barb's. But that's okay, because that would be a good opportunity for it to actually get some maintenance flung at it. Right. Now then, if this goes well, we should actually make reasonable cash, because if we're making 7k every journey out there, minus the 2 that it cost each time, so that's 5 grand going that way. How much is Matey Boy plank shippage going to make for me? If I spotted it correctly, then we should be talking, 8,000 plus. Go on, Eb. Are we going to make 8,000 plus from this, or have I misread everything entirely? 8,000 plus, look. 773 in coal. Coming back out, that's okay, we'll cope with that. But this means we do now have, well, a minor, I would say, economy driver. But here, he's already returning, look, which means he's got a heck of a wait. I don't know how it's going to handle 2 trains on 1 track. I would hope it will hold T1 in Santa Barbara until we come back the other way. So there you go. There's 7 grand coming out there. This is going to work fairly well. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for it to start to percolate a little bit of cash, and then we can broaden outwards. Now then, is there an opponent on here? I haven't seen one. But the fact that it gave me the... What's going on with you? Why are you having the scales of justice thrust in my face? There is no justice, just us. And therefore it's all good. No, it looks like it's me versus the universe. Well, in your face, universe. You should have known this was coming. We've got our repairs going on. This is going to work out all right. If everybody gets their repairs on the return leg... There you go, getting the refuel. Come on, son, put your foot down. Then the wait isn't going to be too extensive. This is good. This is all promising. And then, come on. Times are wasting, and we're only going to be charging ourselves extra cash. Right, he goes through the station. T1 comes piling out again, and everything's glorious. Okay, that's good. Now, because we're building up extra logging in here, it means that, frankly, I could set more trains in motion, but I'm not going to just yet. We'll wait until we can make that work. Right, Riverside. Riverside has passenger demand. Price per 100 miles is 300 quid. Ooh, now Oxnard is also a passenger line, and they're also paying 300 a quid. 300 a quid? Yeah, they are. You're not wrong. It was worth highlighting. And therefore, given that I've got a bit of a line already in whatever here, in place, Sure, that's the thing you can say. Then I think extending this out to Riverside might be a nice little earner. Hopefully, a nice large earner. But Riverside is going to need a maintenance shop there in order to ensure that we can keep our trains floating. Because if the train starts sinking, then that's no good. Right, we're still paying 8.5 for a unit of lumber, so that's not so bad. But I tell you, the profit margins we're making using these tiddlers is not great. So there we are. Look, 40,000 now, but that will be eroded from the refueling and repair runs that are required to be made. So the next step is to obviously try and get ourselves a slightly better loco. Right, what do we got here? We've got a laying department for 10,000. I can upgrade. Okay, I've upgraded. Set up a new thing. HR department, managing personnel, less interested than an R&D department, please. Yes. Right. Okay, R&D now has a research department with 10 scientists on board. We don't need more scientists than that presently, given that I doubt I'll be able to pay for them, but we can have a look and see what's going to help us out. So for 4,600, we can get more power. Rah! But the John Bull is beyond that, so we're going to need. You're gonna need more power, and I don't think that will necessarily unlock Senor John Bull there. But you know what? I'm going to try it. 240 days, whatever. We can reduce that. Bang everyone on this gig. 25 days, that's more like it. Now, we can't actually afford a John Bull at the present time, I would imagine, because we've only got 12,000 in the bank. And that's going to be problematic. Let's rock the tempo up to a speed where things will occur with a little more frequency. And hopefully we should be looking at some adventures relatively quickly. Now, apparently there are bonds and all sorts of stuff going on here, so I'm surprised that there is no mention of any kind of an opposition. But maybe the world is my opposition, and therefore I shall do my best to thrash it soundly. Right, there you go. Refueled, hanging around now, paid his money for the next load. Bit of a switcheroo going on in there, and everybody's off. See, it's not so bad. I mean, upgrades to the loco that I've got now will probably help, but I don't think it's going to be essential. Yeah, okay. Well, the money's going the right way, and that's important to me, as it should be for you. Right, what have we got in the contracts here? City Hall in Riverside wants furniture. Well, it can want it all it likes, but it's not going to get any. I don't make furniture. Hold on, do you chaps make furniture? No, we don't. Well, there you go then. So there's precious little point to me endeavouring to get into the furniture game. No, that's not us. Right, there we go. New rail. Okay, so if see, it's been a little while since I tried this. Let's see if we can't double track this turkey. Are you interested in being double tracked there, friendo? I mean, it looks like that's double tracked, doesn't it? But it doesn't look like it's snapped together. Cancel that. What if I were to hit escape and click on the track itself? Nope, the only option I've got there is to scrap it. Demolish railroad laying. Let's try it and see what we get. Right. So you have to build every new piece of track by expanding off an existing one. I wonder if I can have a second platform at yonder station here. The other thing is I'm going to need to double track pretty much all the way to Oxnard, given that this line is virtually always occupied. Okay, well, look, I'll tell you what, let's try it out by putting a very, very small piece in at the place where they pass, which is here. So if I put one in from there, round the corner some, keep it going round the corner some. Go on, yeah, like that. Right, and then we'll merge it back on and see what happens. For 2,000, yeah, this is a worthwhile experiment. I have confirmed it. to you. To you, it is confirmed. Railroad is occupied by a train. Confirm it now. Right. Now then. No, you've gone that way, and that's. I mean, it's among the least attractive junctions that I've made, but there it is, and they didn't use it. Okay. Well, will they just pass each other on the same piece of track? Because that's unfortunate if that's the case. Right. Well, I want to get rid of the old junction at the end here anyway. So we'll now proceed. I mean, how much money am I talking about saving here? Not a huge amount, because we'll divert pretty much straight away. And as you can see, we're up to 50 grand again. So that's jolly nice. I'm not keeping an eye on the date, which is possibly a foolish manoeuvre on my part. Were I to do so, I would know if I was any closer to my research being completed. I would expect we'll get some kind of notification or pop-up type of deal. And if not, I'll go and poke the button after I've built this bit of track. Right, okay, we've gone around the corner. And then, come on, give us a look. Into here. How does that fit in with the next move? Yeah, okay, yeah, the next move can work. And these guys also demand some wood of some description. So there is the opportunity to further ourselves. 26,000 for this lot. I'll take it. Okay, so passengers are now viable. And I think the best way to figure out what's going to happen when you put two trains on one line is to put two trains onto, wait for it, one line. Stop waiting for it. I just delivered it. All right, upgrade the station. And the new facility that we're going to want here is a repair shop. So my thinking is that we'll repair our passenger loco at this end. And are we done? Oh, we're done. Okay, right. Well, that's more power, so that's all good. For 7.5k, we can upgrade to the John Bull. Let's do that. Bang everybody on the job, please. Everybody, bang on the job. Yeah, I know, you can misinterpret that if you please. I'm not going to stop you. I mean, not that I could if I wanted to. Right, okay, new train. Yes. We'll go with a special friend again. Hello, special friend. And you're in Santa Barb's at the moment. So go up to River the Side. Yep. And I want you to load up with the Passange. Yeah, 2 Passange and some mail. Now that drops your speed right down. We might have to stuff the mail for the moment. How much are you paying for mail? 500 per mile. Tasty. Right, Passange can do one. 1 mail car, 1 Passange car. Everything's groovy. And then we'll do the same coming the other way. That and this. Right, and then add another station. And that's going to be Oxnard. And same deal for you there, Tiger. Unload you chaps, these chaps. And then load up these chaps, those chaps. Hit the apply button. Oh, before you do so, tell it to get repaired every time it comes close. And we'll start out at... Well, we'll start out at we'll start out at Riverside and we'll give it a fighting chance of actually being able to go somewhere. Right. There you go. T3 there, flipping, firing its way up the track, going, yes, come on, speed demon. Rah! In that way that trains so often don't. And here we go. You're gonna grab some homies up here, and their letters to their chums. Now then, this is a fair shake of mileage that they're going to be doing. So all being well, we should make a goodly amount of cash from this, but much is going to depend on what happens here. You've been let through. You've gone in. Oh, it's like a flipping find the lady cup puzzle. Okay, where's your train? Your train's in here somewhere. T3 is the one we're chasing, though. And show me the money. 3.5 and 6.1. Okay, you know what? Doing a changeover in there could work. but I'm none the wiser with regards to double tracking. Anyway, we're going to proceed with this for a couple more episodes because, frankly, conquering the universe is very much my thing, and I'll be back very soon with the next episode. So why don't y'all hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on what is sure to be a riveting, if somewhat short, sojourn into Railroad Corporation. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Catch you next time. Cheerio. Well, when given the opportunity to try out a free mode in a transport building game, I'm your man. Yeah, you can take your scenarios and stick them. I'm not interested. Give me a free mode any day of the week. Now, AI competition, ooh, yeah, it can be tempted. And I like the idea of having contracts in there to add a little frisson of danger into proceedings as well. And I'll probably take a couple of those in the next episode and see how rapidly I can become unstuck. Anyway, this new update is going to be launching pretty soon. I don't have the exact date, but apparently it's this week. Obviously, if you're watching it after this week, it's out already, and you're familiar with all of this already. So there you go. That's good. Yeah, good. I'll let you go. I'm done with you now. All right. Thanks. Bye.